Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vidstem Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vidstem Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vidstem Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vidstem Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vidstem Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vidston Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vidston Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vidston Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vidston Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vidston Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vitstum Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vitstum Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected. Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Rhine Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implement, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires.
Welcome you in to LeSueur, Minnesota, site of this Central Plains American Legion Division II baseball tournaments, where the Hays Monarchs play in the first of a single elimination bracket. The Monarchs went 1-1 in a bracket play, and the two teams just took the American Legion pledge, and the Monarchs will get in a circle right around first base and have a quick message, and then they'll be ready to go. So we'll get you set here as we go along. Monarchs finished 1-1 in pool play and ended up having to go to a tiebreaker. It's a little bit difficult to understand. Each team wins one game in their pool play. Hays picked up a win over Nevada. That's the team out of Rancho. It's the Post-8 Rams. It was a 7-2 win for Hays in 7 innings. Moose Lake beat Hays 14-4 in 6 innings. And Nevada earlier today, actually, we go back to Friday, turned around and then beat Moose Lake 11-6. So the tiebreaker is head-to-head. Well, obviously, each team won one game, so they went 1-1. So that's when you have to go to the tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker is the number of runs that you have allowed per inning. So for Hays, they played 13 innings. They gave up 16 runs, which is 1.23 runs an inning. For Moose Lake, they were given credit for just 12 innings. They played the 6 against the Hays Monarchs, and of course that was a run rule 14-4 victory, but then they also lost to Moose Lake by an 11-6 score on Friday evening, in which they only got counted for 6 innings because Moose Lake did not, or rather Nevada, who was the home team, did not have to bat in the bottom of the 7th, so it only counted as 6 innings. So Moose Lake gets credit for just 12 innings played here in the tournament. They give up 15 runs, which is an average of 1.25 runs per inning. So what ended up happening with Nevada, by the way, allowing 13 runs in 13 innings. So they are the champion of this tournament, or of this pool play with the Monarchs at 1 run per inning. So that put Nevada as the champion, who, by the way, was just eliminated by Iola. But we go back to the situation here on the tiebreakers. So that meant that the Monarchs, by just that small fraction, ended up allowing less runs per inning, and basically Moose Lake, because they only get credit for playing 12 innings but gave up 15 runs, ended up giving up just a little more runs per inning than the Hays Monarchs. So it was a very difficult explanation, and in fact, when we talked to Coach Dustin Shoemaker at the beginning of, or rather following the game between Moose Lake and Nevada, they were pretty sure that the Monarchs were out, and so that was the confusion, was that the Monarchs were under the impression that Moose Lake would get credit for 13 innings, which would put them at least 12 and a half innings, which would put them ahead of the Monarchs. But instead, Moose Lake, who ended up run-ruling Hays, winning by 10, becomes the team that is eliminated earlier today. So a crazy tiebreaker situation, and the next step would have been going to hits and, or rather hit batters and walks averaged an inning. So thank goodness we didn't have to go to that. But again, just a very crazy situation, and that's how the Monarchs get here. And so we're about ready to go as Liam Stoltz will lead it off for the Monarchs, and the first pitch of the ball game to Stoltz is chopped foul down that third base line. So again, a roller coaster day. Monarchs have been here since about 11 o'clock at the ballpark, and that was yesterday. That was on Friday already as we play here at 12:18 a.m. on a Saturday. Our first pitch as Liam Stoltz, the leadoff man, batting for the Monarchs, falls behind here. No balls and a strike as the first pitch, the second pitch is in there for a strike as well. It's Hunter Hammers, the starter for Foley. The Falcons, they came on at 26-0 after sweeping pool play, including a win over Iola from Kansas earlier in this tournament. So Stoltz will wait on the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to just miss, so it is a ball. So again, for the Monarchs, it's been a little bit of a crazy up and down kind of day, and in fact in this tournament, so definitely happy to get back on the baseball diamond and get this one underway as Liam Stoltz, the righty, waits on the first pitch for, the 1-2 pitch, which is called a ball, so it evens the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Hunter Hammers evens the counts with that ball to the Monarch leadoff hitter, Liam Stoltz. So again, 2-2 the count. Monarch leadoff hitter Stoltz hitting .379 on the summer, sees the 2-2 pitch that is called a ball. So after falling behind, no balls and 2 strikes quickly, Liam Stoltz has battled back and found his way into a full count. Stoltz at 14 multi-hit games on the summer, and he's riding a 5-game hit streak, so trying to keep that offense going here for the Monarchs. Here's the full count pitch from Hammers, chopped into the dirt, and so we'll do it over again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And again, crazy set of circumstances for the Monarchs, but able to get into the bracket play, and again, single elimination bracket play. As the 3-2 pitch from Hammers comes to the plate, and Stoltz will poke this one to the second baseman, Corrigan, who will make the play for 1 down. So again, it's Stoltz, Vidstum, and Shippers due up for the Monarchs in this half of the inning. Hunter Hammers, the pitcher, with Tyler Midas behind the plate. At first base is Andrew Kalukis for Foley. Nick Corrigan out there at second. Just saw him make a nice play on a grounder. Kyle Kepka at third. The shortstop is Cameron Jurek. And then the outfield, we'll get that to you here in just a moment as Hammers, the lefty, will come set and deliver on the first pitch to Jared Vidstum in there for a strike. And from left to right, Tanner Brush, Joe Zawicki, and Taylor Hansen. A final look at the infield and outfield for this Falcon team. 26-0 on the year. They ended up winning the Minnesota State Championship as Vidstum a little bit late on that one, and Hammers again ahead of the number 2 hitter and the second Monarch he's faced in this ball game. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 down here in the inning as Hammers will come set. Lefty comes to the plate on the 0-2, and it's fouled back into the screen, and so Vidstum will stay alive. Jared Vidstum, a .348 hitter on the summer. A pretty good tournament so far, 4 of 7 in a pair of games. This is the big, tall, lanky, right-handed hitting outfielder, waits on the 0-2 offering, and he'll swing and miss at a pitch that gets away from the catcher. Midas will come up firing and throw him out on to strike number 3. So 2 down here in the inning, and that will bring up the Monarch first baseman and the number 3 hitter, Ryan Shippers. Shippers 3 for 9. A couple of doubles, drove in a couple of runs for the Monarchs here in this tournament. Another right-handed hitter for the Monarchs against the lefty, Hunter Hammers. Will come to the plate, and Shippers is taking a pitch that just missed off the plate. So Ryan ahead here in the counts. Falcons, the blue and white uniforms, blue top, Foley in white across the front, and the white pants. Comes the 1-0 from Hammers, fouled back to the screen as that one bounced off the home plate umpire, I believe, back to the screen, and so the count even at a ball and a strike. Hays Monarchs, of course, in their navy blue with the gray pants, blue jerseys, and those gray pants. After a quick meeting to the mound for Midas, Hammers is going to come set here on a 1-1 offering to the number 3 hitter for the Monarchs, Ryan Shippers, and that'll bounce up there. So Ryan ahead here in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Hammers that left-handed windup coming to the plate here on a 2-1. It's going to be popped foul and out of play down this first baseline. Monarchs with 7-2 win over Rancho Post State out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Then lost a 14-4 matchup with Moose Lake. Speaking of Moose Lake, it was Foley who defeated Moose Lake in the championship of this Minnesota Division II. As another pop fly into foul territory. This one going to get down and out of play right behind the dugout of the Monarchs in foul territory down the first base line. It was in that championship game in Division II in Minnesota in which it was a win for Foley, and there's a called strike three as Shippers not happy with the call, but that's going to do it for the Monarchs in their half of the first. We go to the bottom of the first, and we see Foley for the first time. No score as we played one. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bacon Wright Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
No scores. We head to the bottom of the first as the Monarchs go 1-2-3. In the top half of the first, it will be Cameron Schmidt on the mound for the Monarchs, making his second start of this tournament. He'll face Tanner Brush, the left fielder, Kyler Kipka, the third baseman, and Kyle Kipka, and then Tyler Midas, the catcher, to lead off the inning for Schmidt. His battery mate, Chase Romey, once again with Ryan Shippers at first, Gottschalk at second, Hockett at short, and Bradenworth at third. As the first pitch from the Monarch lefty is in there for a strike number one to Tanner Brush. Vitstum, Stoltz, and Ryan Reuter across the outfield from left to right. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one a little bit low, and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. For the Monarchs starter, Cameron Schmidt, making his 8th appearance, and his 8th start on the summer. This is going to be popped into foul territory, and coming over here along the dugout fence, trying to make a play was Ryan Shippers, but unable to. And so that'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff man, Tanner Brush, the left fielder for Foley, with Kipka and Midas due up as Cameron Schmidt, the lefty, into the windup, comes to the plate with the 1-2, and he sailed that one to the backstop. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. Last time out for Schmidt, a 7-inning complete game performance in a win against Rancho Post State out of Nevada. Gave up just a pair of runs and struck out 7 in that complete game victory. 2-2 pitch, hammered back up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Stoltz bobbled it for a moment, but able to quickly get it back in. So a leadoff single for Tanner Brush for Foley. Foley, the team who was the champion in Minnesota, ended up winning their pool to advance on. As Schmidt will deal first pitch, called a ball, to the number 2 hitter, Kyle Kipka, third baseman. And now Romey wants to talk things over real quickly as Schmidt and him get together and talk it over. Runner at first on the leadoff single here in the bottom of the first inning is the left fielder Tanner Brush. Schmidt peeks over there. Now we'll come to the plate, and that's going to be low. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. For Foley, they were in the same pool as Iola and McCook Minor, South Dakota. Here's a grounder right back to Schmidt. Hit him, knocked it down, and then he can't field it as that one hit him on a bounce. And I believe it got him on his throwing hand, and he waves the home plate umpire away. So it looks like he's okay. Just a tough play there on the in-between hop that comes right back at the pitcher. So back-to-back singles for Foley. And they've got runners at first and second here in the bottom of the first inning. No score and nobody out. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, the catcher, Tyler Midas. Midas wakes on the first pitch. That'll be a little bit high for Foley. They picked up a nice win over McCook Minor. That's post 140. Little combined effort there. Here's a line drive. That's going to get through. Right back up the middle past Hockett at short. Here comes Stoltz. He'll rifle it in. And cut off by Shippers. The throw home is in time. Ryan Shippers cut it off at the home plate, or rather cut it off at the mound, and then delivered a strike to Romy, who was blocking up the plate nicely. And so 1 down on a good play by the Monarchs. Runners at first and second. But there's going to be 1 down on a good play by the Monarchs. Stoltz to Shippers, and then home on the throw out at home as Romy applied the tag and blocked the plate up nicely. First pitch here to Hunter Hammers, the pitcher, batting in the cleanup spot. He'll take a pitch up in the zone. So Schmidt falls behind here, 1 ball and no strikes. He'll come to the plate high again, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. McCook Minor, post to 140. They're combined with South Dakota and Minnesota team. They finished 0-2 in that pool. Iola was the runner up there as that pitch is a little bit inside, and so Schmidt falls behind here, 2 balls and no strikes with 1 down. Iola defeated the Rams from Nevada just a moment ago as that pitch is in there for a strike. So Iola, who finished runner-up in the state of Kansas, is on to the semifinals here as the 3-1 pitch from Schmidt, and he lost him. So that will load the bases on a walk with 1 down here as Hammers will draw the 1-out walk. So Joe Zawicki, the center fielder up here. So the Monarchs left-handed starter. They're number 1, struggling a little bit here with the bases loaded. And so far everything has been up in the zone as he really has been laboring here as he falls behind the center fielder Zawicki with just 1 out and no place to put him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is low now, and so it's 2 balls and no strikes. 7 complete for Cameron Schmidt in the opener against post 8. Here's a pitch that's going to be flying into center field. Stoltz on the run into the left center field gap, makes a diving play to get it, but that's going to allow the runner to tag and come in to score. And so Liam Stoltz makes a fantastic play out in the left center field on a diving catch. The runner will tag from third and score, and Foley will take a 1-0 lead with now 2 down after what ends up being a long sacrifice fly for the center fielder Zawicki. That'll bring up the right fielder Taylor Hansen now with 2 down in the inning on runners at first and second as that pitch from Schmidt is in there for a strike. Stoltz had a long way to go to get that one. It's 3:45 into the alley. He used every bit of his reach to go get that one with 2 down now. Here's a breaking ball that's in there for a strike. So quickly here, Cameron Schmidt back ahead of Taylor Hansen, the right fielder. No balls and 2 strikes with Foley leading 1-0 on a sacrifice fly here in the bottom of the first. And there's a strikeout that will end the inning. So Cameron Schmidt able to work around some trouble. He does give up a run as we head to the Monarch half of the second. This is Hays Monarchs baseball.
This Hays Monarchs broadcast is brought to you by Auto Collision Specialist, Auto Body Repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. See broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planning Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vitston Decorating Center. Quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Welcome you back into LeSueur, Minnesota. Hays Monarchs trail 1-0 after we played one complete inning. As Foley gets on the board first. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Western Beverage, Spresser Auto Care, Shelter Insurance Agents Dustin Schumacher and Todd Keller, and Vernese Trucks and Equipment and Toys for trucks. So one across in Foley's half of the inning, and now the Monarchs will send their 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate. Justin Pfeiffer, Braden Worth, and Jordan Gottschalk as we play here across the 12:30 time here in LeSueur, Minnesota at the Bruce Frank Field in LeSueur on a beautiful night for baseball. Cooled just a little bit cool, but of course being that it's already past midnight and into Saturday morning, it's cooled off a little bit here in Minnesota. A great evening for baseball underneath the lights is something we weren't sure we were going to get to do here today, but after some lengthy play, also a rain delay yesterday, we are underway here on a Saturday morning as the first pitch to the Monarch cleanup hitter and the designated hitter Justin Pfeiffer is a little bit high, and so Pfeiffer jumps ahead here in the count. A ball and no strikes with Worth and Gottschalk do up behind him. Here's the 1-0 pitch, cut on and missed as Pfeiffer swings over the top of it, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pfeiffer hitting 400, 205 on the tournament so far. Monarchs finished 1-1 in pool play. 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed again, as Pfeiffer can't quite catch up with it, and so Hammers will lead a ball and 2 strikes. The lefty quickly comes set now, takes a long look in, and Hammers will deliver on the 1-2 pitch, and it's a called strike 3. So the third strikeout of the ball game for Hunter Hammers is a strikeout looking for the designated hitter Justin Pfeiffer. Braden Worth next, the Monarch third baseman. Worth was 1 for 5 here in the tournament. And 1 hit, a double. He does have 3 runs driven in and a run scored. So wait on the first pitch from Hammers, the lefty, and a little check swing at a ball in the dirt. Did not appear he went. And so it's a ball and no strikes to the Monarch third baseman, Braden Worth. Worth waits on the pitch from Hammers. That'll be low, and so Worth has worked the count in his favor. 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Jordan Gottschalk waiting in the on-deck circle here with 1 out for the Monarchs. 2-0 pitch. Pfeiffer will lift this one up down the first base line, and in foul territory, Lucas will make the play for out number 2. Will fly out into foul territory for out number 2 here in the second for Braden Worth, and that'll bring up Jordan Gottschalk to the plate. The Monarchs second baseman with a home run in the opening round win in pool play over Rancho, Nevada. A 7-2 win. So he waits on the first pitch, and that'll be high and inside. To the Monarch second baseman Gottschalk. Hitting 287, or 286 rather, on the tournament. He is 2 for 7 with that home run. He'll foul this one back to the screen. And even the count at a ball and a strike. Gottschalk 0 for 3 in the game against Moose Lake and had a rough go of it in the field as well, as he was given credit for 3 errors in that loss. There's the pitch, and he cut over the top of it, and so he's now down in the count. A ball and 2 strikes. With 2 down here in the second inning to Hunter Hammers, the starter for Foley, the Falcons. 26-0 on the summer. Hammers will go into the windup, and the lefty delivers. That pitch is low, and the count even here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gottschalk can find a way on. Chase Romy waiting here in the on-deck circle. Hammers on the 2-2 delivery, and he struck him out. So he strikes out the 3 of the last 4 he's faced. In fact, back to the first inning, it's 4 of the last 5. So the Monarchs trailing 1-0 as we head here to the bottom of the second inning. Foley will take their turn at the plate again. Monarchs trailing 1-0. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Fitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, family serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
The shortstop, Cameron Jurek, due up here for Foley. Schmidt delivers on a first pitch. That one pulled a foul down the third base line and out of play. The small crowd that is here over there down that first base line. Everybody scatters over there as that pitch will be called a ball. And so Cameron Schmidt, even the counts here, 1 ball and 1 strike. Schmidt, the lefty, into the windup, quickly working, and a breaking ball is in there for a strike as Jurek, Corrigan, and Klukas, the bottom third of the order, do up here for Foley. Schmidt looks in as he delivers on a pitch that's fouled back to the screen, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. And now Romy will make a quick trip to return the ball to Schmidt. Let you know, Monarch Baseball brought to you by Schmidt Automotive. They know that the summer's hard work has led to the success of the Monarchs. Let Keith put that same hard work into your vehicle when it breaks down so you can get back on the road faster. Schmidt Automotive, located east of Vine on 13th. As that pitch fouled back as well. You could call 625-23 or 2503. Proud of the Hays Monarchs. So the count 2 balls here and 2 strikes. So that one was a ball. So here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be hit foul down that third base line. So the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes with Corrigan and Klukas due up here for Foley. Leading 1-0. They strike in their half of the first inning. Monarchs unable to get anything going in their last couple of innings on offense as that 2-2 pitch misses up in the zone. And so it is now a 3-ball and 2 strike count. Schmidt will come into the windup here on the full count pitch. That's going to be lined into left field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Jurek, the shortstop. As Foley in business here in their half of the second inning with Nick Corrigan, the second baseman, and Adam Kalukas due up here. So Schmidt, who kind of labored at times, but ended up really bouncing back and shutting the door on Nevada in that opening game. Gives up a leadoff single. Now here's a bunt attempt that is foul. And they're going to say it hit the bunter. So he's going to be out. So that time, Corrigan trying to get the bunt down. And he touched it in fair territory right in front of home plate. So Corrigan is out. Number one here of this inning with a runner at first. And we'll see the number 9 hitter is a breaking ball in there as Andrew Klukas, the first baseman, takes a breaking ball, strike one from Cameron Schmidt. Runner at first here with one down is Jurek. Throw over, but Jurek back in time. So one down here in the inning. Foley leading 1-0. Schmidt will come to the plate, bounce that one up there. Romy able to knock it down and keep it in front of him as the count is now 1-1 strike. Schmidt takes a look over at first, long look over at first, and he'll come to the plate. That pitch misses away. So 2 balls now on a strike from Cameron Schmidt, Monarchs starter. A 5-1 record as he'll step off. Take a look over at first. Cameron, a 5-1 record. Pitched 32 in the third innings. Give up 1.40 ERA as that offering misses high and away, and the count moves to 2 balls and a strike. Schmidt on the summer giving up 11 runs, 7 of them earned as he'll come set here. Another throw over to first. That'll get away from the first baseman Shippers on a throw that was wide. It'll go all the way to the fence and allow Jurek to move up on the throwing error by the pitcher. And now Jurek goes all the way to third base, and so the Monarchs with some miscommunication. Shippers out there, and also Ryan Reuter over there in foul territory. Miscommunication there, and that allows a runner to advance here to third with what's just one down. Schmidt will come to the plate, and that's ball 4. So now runners at the corners as Kalukas will earn a 1-out walk, and we go back around to the top of the order for Tanner Brush. Brush was one of the individuals who got on. In fact, had a leadoff single back in the first inning, but was thrown out at home on a nice relay for the Monarchs. First pitch in there for a strike. It's actually Tanner Brosh. So Tanner Brosh falls behind here on a good pitch from Schmidt. There's the corners. Foley leading 1-0. That's a swing and a miss. And so Cameron Schmidt here with 1 down in this second inning. Has Brosh in the hole here now. No balls and 2 strikes. Here he comes with the 0-2. He'll bounce that one up there. Good play by Romy behind the plate. And they'll have the count at 2 balls and a strike on the scoreboard as this one's pulled foul. So it moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Brosh, the left fielder, with Kipka waiting in the on-deck circle. Runners at the corners, and just 1 out. Schmidt delivers another foul ball rolled down the third base line. And just 1 out here in this bottom half of the second inning, and a 1-0 Foley lead. They're threatening again with a runner out there at third. And Schmidt will step off once again. Brosh led off the game with a single, then thrown out trying to score at home on a relay from Stoltz to Shippers, home to Romy. No pitch will miss away. And so now the count works to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So they do get the count right. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This is going to be lifted into center field, into shallow center. Long run for Stoltz. Can't get to it. 1 run will come in and score on the RBI single for Tanner Brosh on his second base hit of the ball game. Jordan Gottschalk, the second baseman, made a heck of an effort as well. So he tried to track it down into shallow center, but a lot of ground to cover out there. I mentioned it's 445 into the alleyways. And so a long run. It's 345, the alleyways. Out into left center. It's 344 to right center. And so center fielder Stoltz had a long way to go as the run will come in and score. And it's 2-0 in favor of Foley as that first offering called a ball from Cameron Schmidt. It's just off the plate. Now the runners at first and second with 1 down still here in the second inning. There's a pitch that's in there for a strike, and it'll even the count here at a ball and a strike. Cameron Jurek reached on the single, but then moved all the way to third on back-to-back errors, and now that pitch misses up in the zone, and so it's 2 balls and a strike. Schmidt with runners at first and second will come to the plate here with that pitch that's swung on and missed, and so the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes as Kipka swinging over the top of it. He's 1 for 1 of the ball game with a single and a run scored. 2-0 Foley with the lead. Here's the delivery that's bounced again to the plate, but another good stop by Romy behind the plate. So the count will run full at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. This bottom half of the second, see if Foley with runners at first and second will put them in motion. They don't go, and here's a pitch that's fouled back and out of play. And so it's still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kipka scored the game's first run. Cameron Jurek, who reached on a single, scored the game's second run here in the second inning. And there's a strikeout at a big one for Cameron Schmidt as he battles back and strikes out Kipka, the third baseman. And so now 2 down here in the inning. As Tyler Midas, the catcher, up next here for Foley. Runner still at first and second. As Klukas out there at second after a walk, and Tanner Brosh with an RBI single stands at first. First pitch, breaking ball. It's a little bit low from Schmidt. So Tyler Midas, who was 1 for 1 with a single, was stranded at second in the first. Head in the count here, 1 ball and no strikes. Schmidt to the plate again. This will be hammered to the shortstop, Hockett. He'll field it cleanly and throw on in time. But the damage is done. 1 more across here for Foley, and they're half of the second inning. We head to the top of the third. Monarchs trailing 2-0. This is Hays Monarchs baseball.
This Hays Monarchs broadcast is brought to you by Auto Collision Specialists, Auto Body Repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine and Hayes, or online at carzoneks.com. Globe Banker Executive Realty. See broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hayes Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hayes. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidston Decorating Center. Quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hayes. We're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive. Proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics. Creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company. See us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications. Our community connected.
Hays Monarch baseball brought to you brought to you in part by Adams Brown Baron and Ball, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, south of I-70 in Hayes, or Romy Agency, Daryl and Galen Romy of Vidston Commercial Flooring, Home Steel Siding and Windows of Hayes, and APAC of Hayes. So the Monarchs trailing 2-0. See if they can get their offense jump started as we head here to the top of the third inning with the bottom third of the order in Romy, Ryan Reuter, Chase Romey, Ryan Reuter, and Ricky Hockett all due up for the Monarchs, facing Hunter Hammers, the starter for Foley. Monarchs trailing 2-0 as we approach the top of the hour on a Saturday morning of baseball underneath the lights. Now cool evening, but another nice night for baseball as we set with Romey to go. Hammers into the windup, and the first pitch to Romey is a little bit low. Chase Romey on the tournament for the Monarchs. Done a great job behind the plate, but has struggled at the plate. 0 for 6 in the in this tournament, and has 3 strikeouts. He waits on the 1-0 offering, and he found this one back to the screen, and so it's even at a ball and a strike. Still hitting .276 on the summer for Romey, but done a lot of little things in this postseason. Biggest thing's been catching behind the plate, but also scored a lot of runs. So he waits on the 1-1 offering from Hammers. That'll miss wide, and it's 2 balls and a strike with Ryan Reuter and Ricky Hockett, the 8-9 hitters, waiting for their turn at the plate. Still 2-0 Foley with the lead. Run across in the first and in the second inning as well for Foley. There's a pitch that is on the outside part of the plate and in for a strike, and so it evens the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Romey waits on that 2-2 pinch. This will be lined into left field for a base hit, and it's the first hit for the Monarchs of this ball game. So for Romey, that puts it into a 0 for 6 stretch. Then it'll bring up Ryan Reuter, a right fielder. Reuter for the Monarchs did not bat in the last game against Moose Lake because he was on the mound. That pitch will miss inside, and so the Monarchs got ahead here of Hunter Hammers with their first 2 hitters in this third inning, trailing 2-0. Reuter waits on the pitch, and he squared around a bunt. Sent it back to the screen. So the count even now at a ball and a strike. Monarchs trying to get something going offensively, with Romey on at first after the leadoff single here in the third inning. Then Ryan Reuter, the number 8 hitter, even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1, squaring around again. Pulled it back in time, and so he's ahead here in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Monarchs down 2-0, just trying to get something going here with their first hit of the ball game, but first base runner as well, and Chase Romey, who just hit that leadoff single into left field. Reuter waits on the pitch, squaring around again, and he'll bunt it back to the screen, and so now he falls behind. It will be 2 balls and 2 strikes. So trying to get that bunt down, but couldn't, and so now he'll be forced to swing the bat with Romey at first. So Monarch outfielder waits on the pitch from Hammers, and he'll foul this one back and out of play. Romey on it first with that base hit. Hammers, the lefty. No comes set. Get ready to deliver on that 2-2 offering. Reuter with a line drive, but hit right out the right for the right fielder Hansen, who comes in to make the catch. He hit it square on the nose, but right at the right fielder Hansen, who catches it for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter Ricky Hockett. Hockett's got a base hit in 4 of his last 5, hitting .571. 4 for 7 in this tournament. It was an RBI and a run scored for the Monarchs out of that number 9 hole. With one down, here comes the first offering to Hockett. That's in there for a strike. Romy led off this third inning for the Monarchs, who trailed 2-0 to the Foley Falcons. Romy led off the inning with a single. Fly out by Reuter, and now number 9 hitter Hockett. Behind here, no balls and a strike. He'll foul this one back to the screen, and so it's quickly 2 balls and 2 strikes. Monarchs offense needs a jump start here, trailing 2-0. Chase Romeo lead from first. And a strikeout of Hockett as he swung over the top of it. Just couldn't quite catch up to that one. And so 2 down as we head back around to the top of the order for the Monarchs with Liam Stoltz up now. Stoltz 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded the second baseman Corrigan. And now we get a timeout. And we're going to get a courtesy runner for the Monarch catcher as Joe Walters will come in and run for Chase Romey. Talking to some of the other people from North Dakota, that's something they don't have as a courtesy runner. So Monarchs, there's a strike to their leadoff man, Liam Stoltz. As Joe Walters is in to run. Said that they're part of North Dakota. They don't use a courtesy runner. Don't have many teams that use a DH. The Monarchs do every game. Hamers will deliver a one pitch that misses low and away. So it evens the count at a ball and a strike. This tournament being played, of course, in Minnesota using the Minnesota rules. So that allows for a courtesy runner for your pitcher or catcher, and that's who Walters is in for. Here's a chopper to the second baseman, Corrigan. Fields throw on in time, just barely in time, as you hear the loud audible groan from the Monarch dugout below us. They thought Stoltz, who really flies down that line, had a chance to beat it out. Just couldn't quite get it as he asks for an explanation from the first base umpire, but the Monarchs fail to score. So we head to the bottom of the third. Foley leads 2-0. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bacon Wright Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Fitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
Foley, Minnesota leads the Hays Monarchs 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Monarch Baseball brought to you apart by Carico Implements, Daylight Donuts. Also brought to you by Advanced Insulation and Coating, AccuSpray owner Jeremy Zorn, and Farmers Insurance agent Travis Adams. So the Monarchs starter, Cameron Schmidt, making his second appearance here of this tournament, will face the number 4 hitter, Hunter Hammers, the pitcher, Zawicki, and also up next is Taylor Hansen as the first pitch a little bit low. Hammers, the opposing pitcher, was able to hold up on that check swing, and now Schmidt will deliver on the 1-0 pitch. That is a breaking ball that is inside, so it evens the count, actually runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Opponent's hitting .227 against Monarch lefty. There's a strike, and it evens the count, or runs the count rather, at 2 balls and 1 strike. There's the 2-1. There's another strike on the outside part of the plate. Now we even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with Hammers, who walked back in that first inning. He'll chop a breaking ball down the third base line that will roll foul. And so the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hammers walked, but was stranded at first back in the first inning as Foley got a run across. Caught an RBI by Zwicky, as here's a line drive that's going to be a base hit for the pitcher Hammers. So he's got a leadoff single. And so far in the ball game, Foley has had the leadoff man on in every inning. So that'll bring up Joe Zwicky, the center fielder. A sacrifice fly that drove in a run back in that first inning as the first pitch misses away. So it's a ball and no strikes. As the runner will lead, Hammers dives back in on a pickoff attempt by Cameron Schmidt. But Hammers back in time. Schmidt, the lefty, with a really good pickoff move at first. Looks Hunter Hammers back and then delivers on a pitch that misses high and away. So he'll fall behind the number 5 hitter, Joe Zwicky. What a sacrifice fly and drove in a run back in that first inning. Another pitch that misses inside this time. And so the count runs to 3 balls and no strikes. Schmidt on the 3-0 pitch, and he lost it. So runners at first and second here in this third inning for Foley. Get a leadoff single by the pitcher Hammers, and now a walk given up to Zwicky. And we'll see Shane Zimmerman, the Monarchs coach, make his way to the mound and talk it over with the Monarch lefty, their number 1. Struggling with his command a little bit. I'd imagine on really a day plus worth of rest, he's struggling a little bit, so he's laboring in this ball game. Monarch Baseball brought to you in part by Jeff Pinkney Accounting of Hays and Ellis, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, Aflac Insurance Agent Sean Schwartz, Teal's Trucks, and Arby's just off of I-70 in Hays. Schmidt will deliver here on the pitch. It's going to be popped up into foul territory, but will carry back and over the screen. So Taylor Hanson fouls that one back, and it makes its way back onto the field as Schmidt jumps ahead of Hanson, the right fielder. No balls and a strike. Struck him out the last time up to end the threat back in the first inning. Runners at first and second. Already 2 across here for Foley. Schmidt drops in a breaking ball. So he's quickly ahead of Hanson here. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody down in the inning. Sure would like a strikeout here of the number 6 hitter for Foley. There's a pitch that misses up in the zone. And so the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Taylor Hanson, right fielder, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Schmidt comes set. This one will be pulled foul. And out of play down that third base line. So we'll do it all over again here. The 1 ball, 2 strike count. Runners leading at first and second. Foley leading 2-0. Schmidt with a look back at second, and the pitch called, strike 3. Hanson tried to hold up on the check swing, but couldn't do it. So it's a strikeout for Schmidt, his second of Hanson, and his third of the ball game. It's a big strikeout with 1 down now. Runners still at first and second. That'll bring up Cameron Jurek. First baseman reached, or rather the shortstop reached on a single and ended up coming around to score on this run-scoring single for Brosh. First pitch in there for a strike from Schmidt. Jurek reached on the single. The second on the air by Schmidt, who tried to pick him off at first. And then an air. The Monarchs tried to get it back into the diamond after they threw it away. Here's a ground ball. It's going to get past Warren at third. That's going to allow the runner from second to take the big turn at third and come in and score. Vidstum's throw got back into third, but not in time. And an RBI double for Jurek. Puts Foley up now 3-0 over the Hays Monarchs. That one pulled just down the line at third. As Worth didn't have a shot at it, as that one was pulled right near the bag at third. And so an RBI double scores, hammers the pitcher. And it's 3-0 in favor of Foley. Schmidt has runners at second and third and will deliver a pitch that misses high and into the second baseman, Corrigan. So Schmidt will fall behind 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Corrigan, the second baseman. That'll bounce away from Romy, who can't get to it in time, and that's going to allow another runner to score on the wild pitch. So 2 across in this half inning for the Foley Falcons, and they now lead 4-0. That also allowed Jurek to go to second, or rather go from second to third. And so with still just 1 out in the inning, Corrigan has a runner out there at third as Corrigan tried to bunt his last time up, but ended up hitting it in fair territory, and so he was out. And now the pitch from Schmidt misses up in the zone. It's 4-0 in favor of Foley as we play here in the bottom of the third inning. Cameron delivers on a pitch that missed away. And so he will walk Corrigan to put runners on the corners. And that will do it for Cameron Schmidt. Knew he wasn't going to have a lot left to go. That's going to do it for Cameron as Mark Faithful will give him a nice round. And we will take a break. Come back and tell you about the new picture. It'll be Liam Stoltz as the Monarchs trail 4-0 as we play here in the bottom of the third. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vidstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, family serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
New pitcher is Liam Stoltz for the Hays Monarchs. So he replaces Cameron Schmidt, who goes 2 1/3. He gives up those 6 hits, and so far is responsible for the 4 runs. Plus the 2 men on as Jurek and Corrigan are on at the corners. Did come out with a couple of strikeouts. So he had 3 strikeouts in the ball game. And gave up a pair of, actually gave up 3 walks as well. So the new pitcher will be Liam Stoltz for the Hays Monarchs. Ryan Reuter will shift from right to center and replace Stoltz. And that will move Cameron Schmidt to right field. So that's our changes as Liam Stoltz, the righty for the Monarchs, will face Adam Klukas, Number 9 hitter. Here's a throw down on a steal attempt, and that's going to allow the run to come in and score as Gottschalk out there at second on a double steal is going to allow the third run to come around here and score. That time Corrigan took off for second and drew the throw from Romy, and then coming in to score was Jurek. As that one a little bit wide, in fact, on the shortstop side. And so the run across is second pitch here from Stoltz is called a ball. So it evens the count here at 1 ball and 1 strike. So on the double steal, the run will come in and score. As that pitch is off the plate, and so it's 2 balls and a strike. So 3 across here in the Foley half of the third inning. This latest a delayed double steal where the runner heads for second, and then if you throw down, as that pitch misses high and inside, and so Liam falls behind here. Now 3 balls and a strike. Runner out there at second, and there's going to be a walk on a pitch that was high and inside to Klukas. So Klukas will come in and score, and there's runners at first and second. Stoltz still has just 1 down and 3 across with runners at first and second. That'll bring up the top of the order, and Tanner Brosh, who squared around a bunt, now it bounces away at the plate, and that'll allow runners to advance to second and third. That one bounced in front of home plate and went over Romy. He had no idea where it was at home. So a wild pitch will allow the runner to advance. There's the runners at second and third now. For Brosh, the leadoff hitter. There's a strike from Liam Stoltz that evens the count of a ball and a strike. Liam making his 11th appearance on the summer. He's got a 5-0 record. The 1.70 ERA comes to the plate, and another strike in there. So quickly as he hits the outside part of the plate on a couple of fastballs, he's ahead here on the count of ball and 2 strikes. 1 down in the inning. Stoltz come to the plate, little breaking ball. This will be chopped to second base. Gottschalk has 1 play. It's at first. He'll get it at the out, but another run will come in and scores. Corrigan scores on the fielder's choice, and that's the 4th run across here in this inning for Foley. They now lead 6-0, and that will bring up the number 2 hitter, Kyle Kipka, after the RBI single. That, by the way, also closes the door on Cameron Schmidt for the day. So he will give up all 6 runs. Here's a offering that misses low, and so it's 2 balls and no strikes. So it's trying to find the zone here with 2 down as we play here in the 3rd inning. The number 2 hitter, Kyle Kipka. And that'll miss low and inside, and now it's 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike as Kipka was taking all the way. Runner with their leads from third, and that time Stoltz able to blow it by Kipka. And the count is full with 2 down now as Stoltz trying to limit the damage here in relief. Already trailing 6-0. Here's a pitch that's just inside. Kipka backed away, and this will bring Tyler Midas, the catcher, to the plate with runners at the corners. Midas represents the 9th man to come to the plate in the inning for Foley. They have batted around here in the 3rd. Started with a hammer, the pitcher, Hunter Hammer's single. He came around to score a walk, and Zawicki scored on the wild pitch. Throw over to first back in time is Kipka with plenty of time over here at first as there's runners at the corners. Stoltz, the lefty, will look over his shoulder at first and then deliver on a breaking ball that drops in there for a strike. And so it's no balls and a strike. to Tyler Midas, the catcher. This will bounce to the plate, hit off of the umpires, get away, and allow another run to score. And the runner will advance to second base as well. So the run comes in to score the fifth of this inning. Here's a little chopper back to Stoltz, who will field it and throw it on. The damage done. 5 across in the inning for Foley. They lead 7-0. So we head to the Monarch half of the fourth. This is Hays Monarchs baseball.
This Hays Monarchs broadcast is brought to you by Auto Collision Specialist, Auto Body Repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine in Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. See broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vidston Decorating Center. Quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Foley scored 5 in their half of the third inning and take a 7-0 lead. So we head here to the fourth inning for the Monarchs. Hays Monarch baseball brought to you in part by CCR Landscaping and R&R Storage, Wolf Furniture Galleries, ASC Portable Toilets, Lance Armbruster, Precision Valley Golf and Bike Shop, and brought to you by Kansas Land Tire of Hays as well. So the Monarchs with Jared Vidston to lead it off. Vidston with a strikeout back in the first inning. Ryan Shippers, Justin Pfeiffer due up here for the Monarchs. It's Hammers, lefty, giving up just the one hit to the Monarchs here as we get a ground ball to third, smothered by Kipka, and he'll throw out Vidston for the first out here of the fourth inning. So one down, that'll bring up Brian Shippers. Monarchs first baseman struck out looking back in the fourth inning on a pitch that he wasn't necessarily in agreement with. As the first baseman Shippers waits on the first pitch from Hunter Hammers. It's in there for a strike as the lefty delivers on a first pitch strike as he jumps ahead of Ryan Shippers. Monarchs with the one base hit in the ball game. That came by Chase Romey back in the third inning. Trail 7-0. So another pitch from Hammers will miss away. And so the count is even now at 1-1 strike. Shippers trying to get something going here for the Monarchs. One out. Here's a line drive. That'll chop to the shortstop, Jurek, who will make the catch and throw over to Kalukas in time. So two down here in the Monarch half of the fourth inning. A ground out by Shippers. That'll bring up Justin Pfeiffer, the designated hitter. Pfeiffer struck out looking back in the second inning. One of 5 strikeouts so far in the ball game for Hunter Hammers. Hammers into the windup, and the first pitch to Pfeiffer is high and a little bit inside as well. Seven nothing. Foley with the lead. Top of the fourth inning. Here's a pitch that's fouled back to the screen by Cameron Schmidt. So Schmidt actually does stay in and bat for the designated hitter Pfeiffer. Cameron stays into the ball game, and that pitch will miss low. Schmidt was the starting pitcher, and he will stay in the ball game and replace Justin Pfeiffer in the lineup. So it's actually Cameron Schmidt here as that pitch is in there for a strike, and so it's even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Braden Worth waits in the on-deck circle for the Monarchs. Hammers will deliver on the 2-2 pitch. Little chopper, third base. Kipka has to wait for it. Fields it and fires in time. And so Cameron Schmidt will ground out to end the thread here in the 4th inning. Monarchs so far looking for some offense, trailing at 7-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Hays Monarchs baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bacon Wright Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Fitzdom Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, family serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
Monarchs trailing Foley, Minnesota in the quarterfinal matchup, 7-0 as we head here to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be for Foley. Hunter Hammers the pitcher, Joe Zawicki the center fielder, and Tyler Hanson the right fielder due up. So it's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for this Foley team, already up 7-0. Hays Monarch American Legion Baseball brought to you in part by Schwartz and Park Law Firm, 1401 Main in downtown Hays. Hays Chevrolet, USA Pharmacy of Hays, also brought to you by Discount Siding and Northwestern Printers. So up next it will be Hunter Hammers, the pitcher. 1-for-1 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch from Liam Stoltz. This is low and away. So Liam falls behind here. 1 ball and no strikes. The righty takes a look. Out of the windup, will deliver, and the count even. Or count runs 2 balls and no strikes. Rather, is that one high and inside. Here's the 2-0 pitch. This is flied into right field, and coming in to make the play is Cameron Schmidt. And there's a 1 down in the Foley half of the 4th inning. Mentioned that Schmidt came in for Ryan Reuter, also replaced him in the batting order as Schmidt replaced Pfeiffer, the designated hitter in the batting order, as Stoltz delivers on a first pitch that is low and away, and so he falls behind Zawicki, the center fielder. 1 ball and no strikes, and now Zawicki will lift this one into left field, carrying Fitzdom back towards the wall, and will make the catch on the warning track. So quickly 2 down here, as Fitzdom arranged all the way to the warning track to get that one. And there are 2 down in the inning. Ball sometimes, we see in our couple of days here, will carry at this park. I went about 316 or so out there, as it's 318 down the left field line. And now first pitch from Stoltz misses up in the zone. It's Tyler Hanson ahead of count. So 1 ball and no strikes. There's the 1-0 cut on and miss. Good pitch that time from Stoltz to even the count here at a ball and a strike. Hanson 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts as He's glad to see that Cameron Schmidt is no longer on the hill for the Monarchs. Here's the 0-2. That'll miss away. It's actually now 2 balls and a strike as that pitch missed away, so it is 2 balls and a strike. With Jurek up next, here's the 2-1. This one lined into center field. Reuter will make a couple of steps backwards and make the play. So Foley, for the first time in the ball game, goes 1-2-3 in the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. Monarchs trail 7-0. This is Hays Monarchs baseball.
This Hays Monarchs broadcast is brought to you by Auto Collision Specialists, Auto Body Repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine and Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planning Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vitston Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Monarchs come to the plate with Braden Worth, Jordan Gottschalk, and Chase Romey. They're half of the 5th inning, trailing 7-0 to Foley, Minnesota. Monarch American Legion Baseball brought to you in part by Edward Jones, Daryl Jeff, and Linda Seibel, Golden Corral and Buffet and Grill and Hays, and Cleary Building. See local representative Alex Green. So up here will be Braden Worth for the Monarchs. Third baseman popped out to first baseman Kalukas in foul territory back in the 2nd. So for 1 as Hunter Hammers delivers, and that time Worth on a check swing tried to hold up, but couldn't do it on a pitch that was low and away, and so he'll fall behind here. No balls and a strike. Hunter Hammers looks in and delivers on the 0-1 pitch. He'll bounce that one to the screen, and so the count even now and a ball and a strike. Braden Worth has hit in 4 of his last 5 games. Also scored a run in at least a 1 run in 10 of 12. As he waits on the 1-1 pitch here from Hammers. The pitch will miss high and away. And it's 2 balls and a strike. So if somebody can get something going here for the Monarchs, it's definitely Braden Worth. As he can get on base and score runs. Hammers into the windup here on the 2-1 and cut over the top. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on that swinging strike. And so now Worth here trying to get something going for the Monarchs with Gottschalk and Romey due up in this half of the inning. It's the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Monarchs. Hammers with the windup and the delivery. That one's fouled back and out of play. And Braden Worth just trying to stay alive here, the Monarchs, and get them going offensively. 7-0 Foley with the lead. Foley, a team that went undefeated on the season through their state championship and 2 games here in pool play at the regional. Another pitch that's fouled back and out of play by Braden Worth. So no doubt, Foley a tough competitor here for the Monarchs. A draw in this quarterfinals in the first of the elimination bracket. Pitch to Worth is going to be line drived into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit as that ball rolls all the way to the track into left center field. And it's a lead-off double for the Monarchs, Braden Worth. And that's just what this offense needed, something to get them going on a lead-off double for Braden Worth. His 9th double of the year. It's his 2nd double of this tournament. So he's had now 2 doubles in this tournament. And both of his hits, in fact, have been doubles. So just 1 for 5 coming in. And now 1 for 2 with a double here today. That'll bring up Jordan Gottschalk, who struck out as Hammers steps off the rubber. And it will step back on with Gottschalk, the left-handed hitting second baseman waits on the pitch from Hammers as he comes set out of the stretch, and he threw it by him. Gottschalk tried to catch up to that one, but couldn't quite do it. Gottschalk 2 for 7. The home run in this tournament, but was 0 for 3 against Moose Lake. That home run against Nevada, his first of this summer. 0-1, fouled back to the screen, and Gottschalk behind now. All balls and 2 strikes. 7-0 the lead for Foley. Put up that 5 spot back in the bottom of the third to build on what was at the time a 2-0 lead. Hammer will come set. Looks at second. Now he'll come to the plate, and a pitch that's high and outside. So a ball and 2 strikes. Braden Worth on at second with that leadoff double for the Monarchs. This elimination game, trying to advance to tomorrow, but are going to have to come from behind to do it as we play here in the 5th inning. And a strikeout for the second time of the ball game for Gottschalk. He just couldn't catch up to that one. And there's one down. That'll bring up Chase Romey. Romey 1 for 1 in the ball game. Not a single back in the 3rd inning, but was stranded. His first hit of the tournament as Chase trying to produce here. Runner at second is Braden Worth after the leadoff double. And the pitch is bounced up there, but Worth not going anywhere. So Romey jumps ahead here in the count. No balls, or 1 ball and no strikes rather. Runner out there at second base is Worth. Long look in for the pitcher Hammers. He'll come to the plate on the 1-0, and he swings over the top of that one to Romey, and so the count even now at a ball and a strike. One down here in the Monarch half of the 5th inning. Trying to rally from a 7-0 deficit in this elimination quarterfinal game. Runner at second is Worth. Long look by Hammers. He'll come to the plate, and another pitch that's in the dirt. So it's 2 balls and a strike, as that time Midas with a good block up behind home plate to keep Worth out there at second. Romey with a single back in the 3rd inning. 1 for 6 now in the tournament. Romey dances off, or rather Worth dances off second, and the pitch to Romey is up. So 3 balls and a strike here. Good hitters count for the catcher Romey. Ryan Reuter due up next, and a runner out there at second. Romey waits here on the 3-1 pitch to the plate, and that's in there for a strike. Just on the inside part of the plate, and so now count runs full to the Monarch catcher Chase Romey. With the runner Worth out there at second. A pretty good lead. Take a couple more steps on the 3-2 pitch, and a called strike 3 as Romey just couldn't pull the trigger. And so that'll be out number 2 on the second strikeout of the inning for Hunter Hammers. And now it's the center fielder, Ryan Reuter. Reuter shifted from right to center when Liam Stoltz went to the mound back in the 3rd inning. So 2 down here in the inning. And Hammers will deliver on the first pitch to Reuter, who fouls it back and over the screen behind home plate. Again, a beautiful night for baseball. Play here now in the early morning hours on a cool early morning. Foley leading 7-0 over the Monarchs with 2 down here in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0. Reuter out in front of that one. as Hammers took something off of that one. And so it's no balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Reuter. He flew out to right field back in the 3rd inning. And behind here, no balls and 2 strikes. Worth leads from second. That'll miss high and inside. So a ball and 2 strikes now. 7-0 the lead for Foley. Blew the game open with 5 across in the 3rd inning. Monarchs trying to get something back here. They're half of the 5th. Pitch to Reuter. Chomp to the 3rd baseman. Kippa will throw on, and it gets past the 1st baseman. That's going to get into foul territory down the 1st base line. Here comes Worth, and he will score standing up. So an error will allow the Monarchs to score their first run of the ball game. Reuter will reach on the air by the 3rd baseman, and coming in to score is Braden Worth, as Worth also scores on that air. Reuter being heads up on the base paths, took a big turn around 3rd, and was not going to stop. So that ball got away from the 1st baseman, Klukas. And so the Monarchs are on the board here in the 5th, trailing here as Foley is leading 7-1. That'll bring up Ricky Honka, the shortstop, who goes after the first pitch he sees and fouls it back into the fence behind home plate. Honka 0 for 1, struck out in that 3rd inning. Hawkins had a good postseason for the Monarchs. 4 of 7 here, hitting .571 before that strikeout, so 5 of 8 now as that pitch a little bit low, and it evens the count at a ball and a strike. Hockett driven in a run in 3 of 4 postseason games now. I mentioned with a base hit in 4 of 5, trying to keep that string going. This runner will lead from first, and the pitch in there for a strike. So Hockett behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As that one on the outside part of the plate. Not exactly pleased with the call, as Hammers got that one on the outside part of the plate. So 2 down here in the Monarch half of the 5th inning. Hammers will come to the plate inside for Honka as he spins out of the way of that one. So the Monarchs run across here in this inning. Wait on the pitch. And cut on and missed by Hockett. So he'll strike out to end the inning, but the Monarchs do get a run across. Comes on the air. Trails 7-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, family serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
Foley leading 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Foley will send Cameron Jurek, Nick Corrigan, and Adam Kalukas to the plate. That's their 7, 8, 9 hitters to face Liam Stoltz, who came in relief for the Monarchs back in that 3rd inning. So Jurek, who is 2 for 2, a couple of runs scored in the ball game, drove in a run back in the 3rd. will face Stoltz. The first pitch from Liam is in there for a strike. Stoltz had the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game for a Monarch starter back in that fourth inning. And he starts out jumping ahead of Jurek. And now here's a line drive that's going to be into left field for a base hit. Bounced away from Vidstum, but he'll rifle it back into second as Jurek took a big turn over there. But Jurek's got himself a 3-for-3 day. Single back in the second. Went to third on an error. Or actually went to second and then third on a pair of errors by the Monarchs. And then back in the third, reached on a double. In fact, drove in a run on that double. So here's the pitch from Stoltz. That'll miss away. He then came in to score on what ended up being a delayed double steal. And so that's how he has got a 3-for-3 day. A throw over to first and back in time is Jurek. 7-1 Foley lead, and nobody down here in the fifth inning. Pop fly, this one stay on the infield, and Shipper will make the play down the first base line. So one down on the pop out by Nick Corrigan. And Adam Kalukas, the first baseman, up here for Foley, the Falcons. Kalukas, the first baseman. Couple of walks and a run scored in the ball game. Scored on a wild pitch back in the third inning. He was the first hitter Liam Stoltz faced. As here's a throw to second on the ground ball. They're going to get a one on the fielder's choice. And so two down, as that one was a chopper to third by to Worth, who went to second for one, but would hustle down the line for Kalukas, and he'll reach on the fielder's choice. So two down here in the inning. And that will bring up the top of the order as the first pitch from Stoltz is called a ball. Tanner Brosh, who has 3 singles, a couple of RBIs for the top of the order for Foley. Here's a rip that's going to get through into right field between first and second in that gap as the runner looks to go all the way to third, and he does. And so now first and third is Kalukas went to third on the single for Brosh. With two down here in the inning, runners again at the corners for Foley, and the Falcons here in this fifth inning leading 7-1. That'll bring up the third baseman Kyle Kipka. Kipka with a 1-for-3 day. Throw over to first, and diving back head first is Brosh. Stoltz looks over here, two down. He'll glance at first, come to the plate, and the pitch misses away. So even here, or rather 1-1, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's inside, and so Stoltz falls behind Kipka. 2 balls and no strikes. 7-1 the lead. This fifth inning. Another throw over to first. Again back in time is Brosh with 2 down. And runners at the corners. That one fouled back and out of play. Back into the screen, rather. So it did stay in the field of play. So it's 2 balls and a strike. Skipped the waits on the 2-1 inside. And Stoltz has fallen behind here. 3 balls and a strike to the number 2 hitter, Kyle Kipka. Runners to the corners. Stoltz will come set. Another throw over to first. Again, back easily is Brosh. Lucas on it. Third base as Falcons have runners at the corners. And ball 4 to load the bases. That'll bring up the catcher, Tyler Midas. Midas 1-for-3. He's grounded out in both the second and third innings to end the inning. His first pitch, a breaking ball that misses low and away from Liam Stoltz. 1 hit for Midas was a single back in the first inning. He was stranded. Bases are loaded. Here's another breaking ball. That's dropped in there for a strike from Liam Stoltz to even the count on a ball and a strike. 7-1. Foley with the lead. And here's a foul tip. Back to the screen. So Stoltz ahead here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. Trying to work out of some trouble here with the bases loaded in the 5th. Runner at third is Kalukas in on the fielder's choice. Brosh with a single, and that's going to be strike 3 called. And so the bases will be left stranded as Liam Stoltz works out of some trouble in the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. Monarchs trail 7-1. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Fitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, family serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
7-1 Foley with the lead as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Hays Monarchs with the top of the order, and Liam Stoltz to lead it off. He'll be followed by Jared Vitstum and Ryan Shippers for the Hays Monarchs. Baseball for the Monarchs been brought to you this entire postseason by a walk-in chiropractic Centennial on Centennial Plaza in Hays. Jennifer Johnson, realtor at Williams Real Estate in Hays. Cathodic Systems Company serving the oil field in the area, and Classic Quality Body Shop. For the Monarchs, trailing 7-1. They'll have their leadoff hitter Liam Stoltz, who's up for 2, a couple of ground outs to the second baseman. To face Hunter Hammers, he's went the entire way, gave up just 1 run. A couple of hits to the Monarchs so far. Hammers, the lefty, will deliver his first pitch to the Monarch hitter Liam Stoltz, and it's in there for a strike. Stoltz, they ground out to end the inning back in the 3rd. Grounded out to lead off the ball game for the Monarchs back in the 1st inning. Here's the 0-1 from Hunter Hammers, the lefty. This will be fouled back and out of play as Stoltz spoils that pitch. Stoltz now 2 for 10 on the tournament. Trying to extend his 5-game hit streak, and the Monarchs need to get some offense going here. Down 6 runs in the 6th inning. Here's a ball that is hit into the gap, but a good play by the center fielder out there in the right center field by Zawicki to range over and make the play. It looked like for a moment that might get down, but a ball holding up in the early morning air. And so that is a fly out to start here at the top of the 6th inning as Stoltz now 0 for 3 in the ball game. And that'll bring up Jared Vitstum. Monarch left fielder takes the first pitch strike. Struck out back in the 1st inning and grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. 0 for 2 was Vitstum. Trying to get something going here in the 6th. Hammers into the windup and a foul ball back to the screen, and so Vitstum behind in the count, 0 balls and 2 strikes. 6th inning, 7-1 Foley with the lead. The big inning came back in the 3rd when they played at 5 runs. Hammers into the windup in the 0-2, and he struck him out. So Vitstum out in front of that and went on a breaking ball, and so 2 down here in the 6th. That'll bring up Ryan Shippers. Ryan 0 for 2 as well. Struck out back in the 1st. Grounded out in the 4th. Shippers waits on that first pitch here from Hunter Hammers. And that is a ball. Foley got a run across in the first, added one more in the second. Scored 5 in the third. Monarchs' lone run came back in the 5th inning. Hammers into the windup here on the 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled back to the screen. Hammers, the lefty, with some good stuff that's really kept the Monarchs off balance so far. Giving up just the 2 Monarch hits and a 1 run. So deliver on the 1-1 pitch to Shippers, and he bounced it up there. So 2 balls and a strike. Seven strikeouts so far, so he played 5 2/3 for Foley. Hammers will step off. Check that, 8 strikeouts for Hammers so far, and a breaking ball that's laid in there, and it moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Play with 2 down here in the Monarch half of the 6th inning, as Hammers will deliver here on the 2-2 pitch, and it's fouled back to the screen, and it remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Monarchs with Cameron Schmidt in the on-deck circle if Shippers can find a way aboard. Hunter Hammers with the pitch, bounced up there, so now it's full. And 3 balls and 2 strikes. Shippers steps in the right-handed batter's box once more. 3-2 pitch, and this is going to be flied into shallow right field, and the second baseman Corrigan will go make the play for out number 3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 7-1, Foley with the lead. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Reiner Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, family serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. And by Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck.
Monarchs Baseball brought to you in part by Schmidt Automotive. They know this summer's hard work has led to the success of the Monarchs, but Keith will put that same hard work in your vehicle when it breaks down so you can get back on the road faster. Schmidt Automotive, located east of Vine on 13th, or call 625-2503. Proud of the Hays Monarchs. We're back here into the bottom of the 6th inning where the Monarchs will face the pitcher Hunter Hammers, Joe Zawicki, and Tyler Hansen once again as the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Foley leading 7-1. Played at 5 in their half of the 3rd. That was after scoring a run in each of the first 2 innings of this ball game. Monarchs got a 1 back in their half of the 5th inning as the first pitch is called a ball. Is that one out of the zone from Liam Stoltz? Here's the 1-0 offering. They say that one missed inside, and he's asking home plate umpire where it missed. He does say it missed inside. Here's the 1-0. That missed way up and inside, and so 3 balls and no strikes to the Pitcher in the leadoff man this inning, Hunter Hammers. Hammers actually a single. He's been on base a couple of times, and there's a strike from Stoltz on a 3-0 pitch. Hammers walked in the first, singled, came around to score in the third, flew out to right field back in the fourth. Here's a chopper to Shippers at first. He'll field it and take it to the bag himself for out number 1. That'll bring up Joe Zawicki, the center fielder. Number 5 hitter for this Foley Falcon lineup. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Actually, he drove in the run. Zawicki sacrificed fly and scored a run, or drove in a run back in the first, walked and scored a run back in that third inning. So 0 for 1 with that sacrifice fly as Stoltz delivers the first pitch ball. Is that one a little bit wide of the zone? Here's the 1-0. This will be fisted to the shortstop Pocket, who bobbled it and has no play as he couldn't quite handle that one. So it will be a 1-out error by Hockett at short. Pretty good jam shot that time in on the hands, but Hockett couldn't scoop it. And with speed for Zawicki running down the line, nowhere to go, and he'll reach on a 1-out error. That'll bring up Hanson, the right fielder. Hanson's 0 for 3 is a quick throw over by Stoltz as Zawicki diving back, but he's in time. First pitch, that's going to be shot to second. Gottschalk will let it bounce and go on to Hockett, who gets the out at second, but didn't throw over to first. Not sure if he would have had a play over there or not, so Hanson on the fielder's choice, and there are 2 down in the inning. The 4-6 put out on the fielder's choice, and the first pitch from Stoltz is high to Cameron Jurek. Jurek 3 for 3, couple of runs scored, drove in a run as well. As it gets over the top of this one from Stoltz. Jurek a couple of singles and a double as well. There's a pitch on the outside part of the plate from Liam Stoltz, who quickly ahead here in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So Stoltz here in the 6th trying to retire the side. Here's a pop fly, going to be into shallow right field. Schmidt will come in, call off Gottschalk, and make the play. Couple will get on, but they are erased, and Foley leads 7-1 as we head to the Monarch top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Monarchs as we go to the 7th. Hays Monarchs baseball.
This Hays Monarchs broadcast is brought to you by Auto Collision Specialist, Auto Body Repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine and Hays, or online at carsks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty. See broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vista Decorating Center. Quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Go to the top of the 7th, the Monarchs trailing Foley, Minnesota, 7-1. Down to their final turn at the plate if they can't get some runs across. It'll be Cameron Schmidt to lead it off, Braden Worth, and then Jordan Gottschalk to do up here for the Monarchs in their half of the 7th inning, trailing 7-1, and they'll face Hunter Hammers for this Foley Falcon team. Cameron Schmidt 0 for 1, had a ground out back in the 4th inning. He grounded out to third base to end that 4th inning. And we'll see another pitch hitter for the Monarchs. It'll be Jared Rack. hitting for the Monarchs. So Rack will get his first plate appearance of the ball game, as he will hit for Cameron Schmidt in the number 4 spot. Rack 0 for 1 of the tournament. That came against Rancho Post 8 out of Nevada. Did not play in the game against Moose Lake. So Jared Rack will get his start at the plate. Monarchs trailing 7-1 here, top of the 7th. The first pitch from Hammers is in there for a strike. Rack with 200 batting average on the summer. Waits on the 0-1 pitch, and this one is strike number 2 as he swings over the top of it. So Hammers ahead here in the count. No balls and 2 strikes, and he has really been on point, keeping the Monarchs off balance. Here's the 0-2 from Hammers, and called strike 3. So 1 down here in the 7th, and Bradenworth will come to the plate. That's the 9th strikeout of the ball game for Hunter Hammers. And that'll bring up Braden Worth with 1 down. Here's first pitch to Worth. He's going to drive this one into right field. It's off the second baseman's glove, who tried to make a running catch out there. He was playing all the way back on the grass on a slow line drive that will be dropped out there by the second baseman, Corrigan. Had a long run to get it, but had it come off of his gloves, so that'll allow Worth to reach on the air. So he's been on base twice. And now Jordan Gottschalk to the plate. Gottschalk, the second baseman, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. There's 1 down with a runner on at first. And Gottschalk going after the first pitch he sees, fouls that one back to the fence behind home plate. So 1 down here, Monarchs trailing 7-1 as we play at the top of the 7th inning. Worth on the air, and Gottschalk to the plate. Gottschalk had a home run in the win over Las Vegas, and now falls behind Hammers, no balls and 2 strikes. That home run against Rancho Post 8 out of Las Vegas was his first home run of the summer. Now he's behind Hammers, no balls and 2 strikes. He'll come to the plate, and that's going to be called strike 3. So Gottschalk with the 3 strikeout game, and now the Monarchs down to their final out from this Central Plains American Legion Division II tournament. And for the Monarchs, we'll see another new pitch hitter for the Monarchs. And I believe this one will be Luke Reuter to the plate. So Luke Reuter will make his first appearance of the tournament in place of Chase Romey with 2 down as the Monarchs trail 7-1. And their run here at the tournament going to come to an end as the first pitch in there for a strike. Hammers has held the Monarchs' offense at bay. And he jumps ahead of Reuter. 1 ball, and well, now that's a ball, so it evens the count here at 1 ball and 1 strike. As Hammers now into double figures in strikeouts in this ball game, has 11 as that pitch is in there for a strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Monarchs down to their final strike of the ball game. Here comes the 1-2 from Hammers, and it's a called strike 3. So the Monarchs' run at the Central Plains American Legion Division II baseball tournament will come to an end as they fall 7-1 here in the early morning hours of Saturday morning behind a fantastic pitching performance from Hammers, who strikes out the side in the 7th inning end up striking out 12 in the ball game, and the Monarchs here will come to an end 28-9 as they get to the quarterfinals of the Central Plains Division II tournament here in Minnesota, but comes up short, falling at 7-2 at the, or rather 7-1 at the hands of the Foley Falcons. The Falcons stay undefeated on the year. They now go to 27-0. They're on to tomorrow and will advance on in this tournament. But for the Monarchs, a fantastic season comes to an end at 28-9 with a 7-1 loss to an undefeated Foley Falcon team out of Minnesota. So that's going to do it for the Monarchs. They fall 7-1. This is Hays Monarchs Baseball.
Hays Monarchs Baseball is brought to you by Romy Real Estate, the source for commercial investment and residential properties. Go Monarchs! Northwestern Printers, congratulating the Hays Monarchs on a job well done. Shelter Insurance agents Dustin Shoemaker and Todd Keller, proud to support the Hays Monarchs. Auto World, over 250 units on the lot ready for you. Bank and Ryan Appraising Services, a leading provider of appraisals. Messenger, gifts and spiritual nourishment for all occasions. Walmart, save money, live better. Vitstum Commercial Flooring, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Carico Implements, selling a full line of John Deere parts and equipment. Hays Memorial Chapel, families serving families, congratulating the Hays Monarchs. American Legion Post 173, Legionnaires proud to support the Hays Monarchs. GY Electric for all of your oil field electric needs. Hays City Gold, Silver, and Guns, buying and selling gold, silver, guns, and other collectibles. Downing Nelson Oil, wishing the Hays Monarchs good luck. Auto Collision Specialist, auto body repair, and more. CarZone on the corner of 13th and Vine and Hays, or online at carzoneks.com. Coldwell Banker Executive Realty, see broker owner Patty Stoll, where your next home begins. Hays Planing Mill, custom cabinets and woodworking at its best. Advanced Property Management, homes and apartments for all price ranges. Lifetime Dental Care, your premier dentist in Hays. Next Tech Wireless, are you ready for something different? Aflac, see Agent Dave Winholz about claims in just a day. Carpet One of Hays and Vitstum Decorating Center, quality, service, selection, and value for over 70 years. McDonald's of Hays, we're loving it. G&L Tire and Automotive, proud to serve and support local teams. Kennemer Orthodontics, creating healthy, beautiful smiles. James Motor Company, see us for your perfect car, truck, van, or SUV. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.